What would you do if your aircraft suddenly lost power just minutes after takeoff? And your final radio call was not about saving the flight but about saying a final goodbye to your family. Please subscribe to Mayday this day where every flight has a story. On Monday, February 9, 2026, at approximately 12:10 local time, which is 17:10 UTC, a Beechcraft G36 Bonanza, registration November 229er Tango Tango, was involved in a sudden airborne emergency over Gainesville, United States. The privately operated aircraft had departed from Gainesville Gilmer Memorial Airport, also known as GVL, and initially climbed out normally after takeoff from runway 5. On board were two occupants, one experienced pilot and one student pilot. At first, everything appeared routine, but within minutes, the situation would change dramatically. According to preliminary reports, roughly 3 minutes after takeoff, the aircraft began experiencing serious engine problems. Power loss in a single-engine aircraft is one of aviation's most dangerous emergencies, especially at low altitude, where time and options disappear quickly. The pilots immediately attempted to glide back toward the airport, carefully managing altitude while searching for a safe landing path. But as the aircraft continued losing height, it became clear they would not make it back to the runway. Then came a transmission that stunned air traffic controllers.
Traffic Bonanza 29er Tango Tango, clear of all runways taxiing 23 and now crossing runway 119 on the ground. Gainesville Traffic Bonanza 229er Tango Tango, clear of all runways taxiing runway 5, Gainesville. Gainesville Traffic Bonanza 229er Tango Tango, taking off runway 5, maybe a left turn out to the west, Gainesville. Gainesville Traffic, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Bonanza 229er Tango Tango coming in for 11, straight to 11 gliding, Gainesville. Gainesville traffic, this is Bonanza 229er Tango Tango, we're not going to make it. Please tell my wife Molly I love her, and my parents. I love them so much.
Gainesville traffic, sir, helicopter 26219 on frequency.
Gainesville traffic, 26219, go ahead.
Helicopter Atlantis is asking that you report into them on 132.47 and give updates about that Mayday aircraft.
132475, we'll do that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and then guard helicopter over on the ELT. We think the airplane went down on Browns Bridge. We believe we heard a call from them earlier.
Yep, they already, their fire risk is already on scene, so it's just to the north, on the north traffic pattern.
During the emergency call, one of the pilots said, "I think we are not going to make it. Please tell my wife, Molly, I love her, and my parents, I love them so much." It was a moment that captured the reality of aviation emergencies, where decisions must be made in seconds and emotions can become part of the cockpit. With altitude rapidly disappearing, the pilots made a life-saving decision. They turned toward Browns Bridge Road near Pearl Nicks Parkway, a busy roadway filled with moving traffic. The Bonanza descended between vehicles, attempting to avoid power lines and roadside obstacles. During the emergency landing, the aircraft struck multiple vehicles. The right wing fuel tank was torn loose during impact and thrown into one of the cars. Despite the chaos, the pilots maintained enough control to bring the aircraft to a stop on the roadway, avoiding collision with more traffic and infrastructure. Fortunately, both pilots survived the crash without major injuries. On the ground, two drivers whose vehicles were struck sustained minor injuries and were transported to a nearby hospital as a precaution. Authorities later described the outcome as extraordinary, considering the aircraft landed in the middle of active traffic surrounded by hundreds of vehicles. The pilot later told investigators the aircraft suffered mechanical problems and he chose the road as the safest available landing option. The Federal Aviation Administration and National Transportation Safety Board have launched a formal investigation into the incident. At this stage, investigators are examining maintenance records, engine performance data, and pilot actions to determine the exact cause of this emergency. No final conclusions have been released. What began as a routine departure turned into a moment where two pilots faced the possibility of never returning home. A final goodbye that thankfully did not become a final ending. Sometimes survival in aviation is not just about skill or training, but about courage, calm thinking, and the will to fight for every possible landing. For more videos and stories, subscribe to Mayday This Day, where every flight has a story.